David Feherty joins us from the Open Championship. David, thanks for joining us. What kind of history do you have playing in the Open Championship?
Oh, well, that's sort of a checkered one, Dan. I played in probably a dozen, maybe 14 Open Championships. The highest I finished was fourth in Turnberry in 94, and then I was sixth at Troon, where it was almost as dry there as it is here, in 1989. Other than that, I played like crap.
Most famous player you played with?
The most famous player I played with? Probably Tom Watson. Yeah, it'd be Tom.
That's pretty good if you play an Open Championship and you're in the group with Tom Watson. That means you're probably doing something well.
Yes, I was doing something well that particular year. Yeah.
How would you explain, for people who will never get a chance to play in Scotland, how would you explain what this golf is like and how to play this kind of course?
Well, this kind of course, which is one of the hardest in the world when you play it under normal conditions, it's just one of those places anywhere in Scotland. Just don't go into the sand unless you can possibly avoid it, because it's basically a one-shot penalty every time you do. With this kind of golf, it is target golf still, but the target is moving, and quite often it's 60, 70 yards short of the green, and then you have to read what the ball is going to do on its way to the green. So there's a great deal more to think about here in this links golf than there is in our kind of American-style target golf.
And these bunkers are like caves that you walk into, David. It's not like our typical bunkers here in the United States.
No, these are mine shafts. I used to work for a man called Fred Daly, who won the Open Championship in 1947. And I played with him in an Irish Open once, where he was, probably about 65 years old. And he got out of this big, deep bunker by the sixth green at Portmarnock. And he said to me, I can play just as well as I ever could, just a bit smaller. He says, but I can't get out of these bunkers. So I said to him, Mr. Daly, have you thought about one of those new sand wedges with a lot of loft? And he said, no, I can get the ball out. I can't get out of bunkers.
We're seeing these guys hit drives. I think Dustin Johnson had a 400-plus yard drive today. How much does that help you on that golf course, or does it?
Well, I've just done a 3-hour stint out there, Daniel, and I've got more of an idea of what the problem is now. The problem is you can't hit the fairways at all. If you hit a 4-iron off the tee, you're almost as likely to miss the fairway with that as you are with the driver. So you might as well hit the driver. If you're going to miss the fairway, it should be a little closer to the green.
How many hotels are around Carnoustie? Like, where do the players stay?
There is one altogether. Most of the players are staying in Dundee, and quite a few of them have, the locals here in Carnoustie, basically they all go to America the week of the Open, and they rent the houses to Americans who all come here.
The difference between the Scottish and the Irish is what?
Well, there's the way we treat our sheep. And you see, the Irish invented both the kilt and the bagpipes. And I'm being perfectly serious. The original kilt was called a saffron. It was a sort of a mustard color that the Irish wore. And the bagpipes, the original bagpipes, have two chanters, and they're called the Julian pipes. And they've got a much more mournful, quieter sort of a sound than the Scottish pipes that have three chanters. So I'll tell you, you never know what you're going to learn on your show.
Can you play the bagpipes?
I didn't. I never played the bagpipes. I always thought of them as a weapon of destruction rather than a musical instrument.
You've worn a kilt, though.
Oh, I have a couple of kilts. Yeah, I am Scots-Irish, and the Scottish side of my family are the Roberts, so I wear the Roberts tartan.
Yeah, is there a special occasion when you bring out the kilt?
Well, the only time I've worn it was last year, or the year before, actually, when I made a very foolish bet with Justin Rose and Jordan Spieth. I told them in the third round if they both made the cut, I would wear a kilt the following day because they were both struggling to make the cut. And they both made the cut. The following day, there was a large gust of wind at one point, and it rendered several children in need of therapy for several months.
How do you expect this to play out, David?
I'm just watching Tiger at the minute, and he looks awfully good. The scoring has been fantastic today, certainly in the early part of the day. I don't expect it to be that good because, and I don't think anyone's mentioned it yet, the greens are actually getting sneaky fast. They're starting to get a little shine on the top, and we're going to see a lot of short putts missed between now and the weekend. Because this is Poa annua grass, and it gets a little sort of a flower on top, and when the ball slows down, it gets all wobbly. Oh, nightmare.
All right. Who did you pick, by the way?
I had several picks at the start of the week. I liked Matt Kuchar. I think he knocks on the door often enough. Alex Noren, Tommy Fleetwood, and Patrick Reed. Those were my four.
Is Tommy Fleetwood becoming a rock star?
He kind of is, and he's a really nice kid. He doesn't really believe his own press, but he is. He's becoming kind of a cult figure. That hair.
Oh, I love the hair. I hope he did. And then wasn't he dubbed Fairway Jesus?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if that's an official nickname there that will be used on the broadcast, but we loved it.
Well, you never know. Maybe on the Golf Channel.
Oh, yeah, you can get away with it on Golf Channel there, but probably not on NBC over the weekend. Hey, it's great to talk to you, and have fun over there. Behave.
Thanks, Danny.
It's David Feherty, NBC sports golf analyst, and host of Feherty on Golf Channel.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.